everyone, it's Agnes. I've got 2 viewers that have questions today, so I'm going to answer those. First one's from Judy France, and Judy, you have asked, can you do a YouTube on letting go and living in the end at the same time? When you let go, you slow your thoughts on that person, but living in the end causes you to have more in-depth thoughts of them. So how do you manage both? Good question. Okay, when you're doing all the law of attraction processes, it teaches you to focus on this, focus on that. And the living in the end comes into that, okay? When you're doing a script, or when you're doing a whispering technique, or when you're doing a meditation for something in particular, it really is about living in the end. That's what the processes are. It gets you to focus on the end result, feel the end result, and then be in the state of the end result, the state being the feeling place, okay? So that's great to do. And then how do you let go at the same time is your question. You're not letting go of the desire. Okay, you're letting go of all the other stuff, as in, how's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Can I make this happen? Fear of it not happening, doubt in your own ability to create. So it's all that other peripheral stuff that you're letting go of. If you hold the state, as Neville talks about morning, noon, and night, you're walking around in the state of having the thing. In this case, you've asked about a person. So being in that relationship with that person, enjoying time together, being a couple, living together, being engaged, being married, traveling, whatever it is that you want, you hold that state, which means you assume, you believe, and you accept that it is a done deal. Easy, not for some of you, but as you practice, you do get better at it, okay? So, letting go of all that peripheral stuff, but holding the thought on the thing you desire, okay? So, they're kind of 2 separate things. Letting go is always about letting go. Also, letting go of the obsession. I need to have this to be happy. You're letting go of that too, okay? It's about being relaxed. It's about being in a peaceful state. It's about being in a natural state. When you're in a natural, relaxed state, that's when you manifest. When you no longer are driven by your obsession of, I have to get this to be happy, okay? So, what you do for that is obviously things like meditation. You breathe in, you breathe out, you let go, you surrender, and you still focus on living from the end through your imaginal scenes, through your visualization, and through, however you want to do it. Hearing stuff audio-wise, if you're not very visual. It's about really doing what you can to live in the end, but then letting go of all the stuff that handbrakes you from not believing, from having fear. It's all that you're letting go of, okay? So your question's good. How do you manage both? That's how you do it. You let go of all the stuff, all the limiting beliefs, all the negative thoughts that say you can't have it, all the who do you think you are? Do you really think this works? You got to live in reality, da 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 da, on and on. So, hope that answers your question, Judy. And the other question is from Anjali. Can you talk about getting stuck on the how? As in, how's it going to happen? So, if you get stuck on the how, it tells me something about you. It tells me that you are not trusting that you're a conscious creator. And that takes time to trust that, because you need to do certain things, that small manifestations, medium manifestations, to get good at believing that it's true. Okay? So you get stuck on the how when you don't believe that you're a conscious creator, when you don't trust the process, when you're used to forcing things into being, when you're used to trying to control and make things happen. And you got to practice. You got to practice. That's why meditation again is good. You surrender and you let go when you breathe. You surrender and let go when you focus on end results. You just focus on those end results in imaginal scenes, in meditation. You can just even do breathing meditation to surrender and let go. I remember Abraham Hicks said once, I bought this video of hers years ago, and on the inside sleeve it said if you could do 15 minutes of breathing meditation every day, which really isn't that much, you would level out all the things in your life. Because you are as you breathe, you let go of that uptight, white knuckling, forcing it into being, feeling, and thoughts that you have. Okay? So it's normal to get stuck on the how in the beginning because you don't really have a lot behind you to give you the evidence that letting go of the how is a good thing. So I hear very often, I was so exhausted, Agnes, I just let go and I went to bed and I just couldn't think about how it was going to happen anymore. And the next day, and then you hear the rest of the story, that this manifested or that person called me or whatever it is, that something happened. Okay? So letting go of the how is, again, tied into surrender. It's allowing the universe to do its job. You do your job, and the universe does its job. The universe is photocopying you. It's responding to you. It's reflecting you. It's giving you an echo of what you got going on in your thoughts, in your heart, in your feelings, in your beliefs. All those things create. So, if you're getting stuck on the how, try maybe doing a few manifesting little things. Like, I'd like someone to give me a cup of tea, or I'd love someone to, give me some tickets to the movies, or I'd love to see some yellow daffodils today, or just pick something random but small, as in it's not a huge manifestation, as in if you got it or didn't get it, it really wouldn't matter, okay? Then you start to see, as those things happen, that you no longer need to worry about the how, because you get kind of more confident. It's like you're going from a white belt and you move through the belt levels like you do in karate, different belt colors, getting up to a black belt. This is the same thing. You got to go through manifesting small things, and then you manifest medium things, and then you go for the big stuff. So, not saying you can't go for the big stuff straight away, but if you do the other stuff in the meantime, it gives you evidence that it's working. So then you can say to yourself, if I can do the small and the medium stuff, then I can get the big stuff too. So you get more confident. It's manifesting confidence, okay? It's mental fitness and it's manifesting confidence. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. And I'm going to put down in the description something that I can't even think of what it is right now because it was in my head and my thoughts dropped on the floor and I can't find it. But I will put it in when I think of what it was. Lots of love, everybody.